All right, so this is a basic, just very foundational, basic setup guide for your Instagram if you're building a new one or if you're revamping it. Because when you run ads, people are skeptical, they suffer from floods of fear, uncertainty, doubt, and they want to see a little bit of social media, right? Social media is the new age. So it is indeed the internet age, right? Customers are more skeptical than ever. Your Instagram is now your virtual showroom, so virtually. Customers want to find every reason to not trust you, and you want to be available when they do their due diligence online, right? And if done well, a strong social media presence can help you close a sale because you're more trustworthy and people see that you take pride in your reputation as a real established business. It acts like social proof, builds credibility, trust, authority. So to build that ideal Instagram profile, have a logo that fits within the circle of the Instagram profile with adequate space around the logo. Don't have a half fitting logo. If it doesn't fit, go to canva.com and resize it. It's really, really simple to use it. If you need a hand with it, let us know. Or you can go on YouTube and kind of search up. It's very, very easy. Lots of tutorials out there. In Instagram bio, it's the first place people go to. It's like your store sign, right? This is the format. First, mission statement. Second, licenses award, aka credibility. So credibility. Third line's a CTA. For example, on your first line, helping Sydney homeowners create renovations that actually tell a story. That's one. Or turning Sydney homeowners' visions into reality, something like that. Or renovation visions, actually, renovations into physical reality. For your second line, credibility. For example, 2X Master Builder Awards winners, or QBCC license, or part of this, or part of that, license in short. So just play around with that. And then CTA, very, very important as well. When people visit your social media, you want to tell them where to go, right? They do the research without a CTA, a call to action, they just dip off. What you want to do is create a CTA. So for example, visit our website to get a free quote or call 0421 283 283, for example, to get a free quote or whatever. And then in terms of followers, always get more than 300 followers. Just ask friends and family, just whatever way to get followers so you build that credibility. And then story highlights, so that is below, so that on Instagram it's below the logo and the bio, little circles above the actual post. Put all the stories into highlights. So this is when I say the logo fitting here, these are the stories. These are the highlights, and this is the bio. We're obviously a different company to a renovation company, but that's the goal. Logo, bio, highlights, and stories. So if we go back here, followers always wanted to have 300. Always add highlights. All the stories you post, they disappear after 24 hours. Just put them in the highlights. For example, the Sydney build, or the Melbourne build, or the luxury build or the simple build. Just show people so they can see the process. Every single time you make progress in this, in your renovations or your jobs, take a video or a story, put it on Instagram and add it to the highlight. Posts, you want to pin your 3 best posts. They can be testimonials, videos of you, or compilations. Ideally testimonials, and we have a specific training on that, so please go to that as well. Other posts, just make as many posts as possible and as often as possible. High quality content. Just take photos with your phone camera. Posting structure, story 1 to 3 times a day, for example, on the tools, transformations, before and afters. And for actual Instagram posts, and by the way, add all of these to your highlights. So here, your stories and highlights. And then for posts, reviews, testimonials, before and after, just literally everything 2 to 5 times a week. So in summary, build it like a very, very strong online presence so that when customers come onto your Instagram, or when you send customers to your Instagram to check things out, they see your mission, your qualification, criteria, 3x pin posts, stories, and also building that credibility. And the fact that you have online presence is so important. It shows you're a real company that actually builds stuff with real people, a real story, not just a few guys walking around the neighborhood.